Hello everyone. Today on Binky's Gaming Thoughts, I want to rant about lags. Yeah. So, lags. It's the thing that, I can't stand. Okay? On a console game, sometimes the game will crash. The Descent DLC in Dragon Age Inquisition, every time you start the fight down at the bottom and you're near the water and it crashes always at the same place. Or sometimes it freezes, you're walking up the steps and then you gotta restart the game. That's one thing. And it happens maybe once or twice or maybe a handful of times, after 200 hours of playing the game. But in an MMO, okay, online, okay, Star Wars The Old Republic more specifically, lags. Everywhere you go. I don't know if the lags are related to the tentacles or something, but the lags are always there, okay? And it really frustrates me, sometimes, it's in a cutscene and I'm just going to be talking to my character and the cutscene will just it's not going to freeze, but it'll stall. So it's going to stay on the same shot and you'll see maybe the character sideways and they'll just be staring at you, floating there, same shot, and you're just what's going on? Why is the scene not continuing? And you're space bar. And then after a minute, I'm okay, escape, I'm starting over. Sometimes it'll be audio lags. So audio lags are more it makes me think when I'm editing and I just use the cursor to go forwards or backwards. It's but it just kind of repeats the same sound over, and sometimes it's a short lag, but when the music lags on Fleet and it just goes I'm okay, earphones out, no, I'm not listening to this. And the times that lags are the worst are when the servers are really heavy with players, Saturday evening, Friday evening, and the visual lags, sometimes your character will start going and then pause and then be more forward, or just stops moving, everything around freezes, and then the character continues. Or sometimes you want to turn and it takes forever to turn. Other times it freezes, you don't know where you're going to end up, and suddenly you're in a mob and dying because you had no idea a mob was going to respawn, and you're lagging. You can't fight if you're lagging, so you die. So yeah, can you tell this is why this video is a rant. And I mean, for a game like Star Wars The Old Republic, there are things that you can do to help optimize the game so that it doesn't lag so much. So what I do is, what I did was, first I did a trace route, and there was stuff going on in mine, but there was stuff going on in SWTOR's end too. And they don't want to admit it when you call them. They're like, oh no, everything's fine on our end. Yeah, sure. And I opened all the ports. They're like, open all the ports, nah. So I did that. I did another trace route. There's definitely something going on their end. But I did install, there are a few different, programs like this that you can install. A lot of them are open source. They're free. I'm trying out Razer Cortex right now, and it'll optimize the system. It will close everything that runs in the background so that it doesn't run in the background, so to optimize gameplay. And this actually does reduce lags, mostly. Sometimes when the servers are heavy, there's just way too much lag. It's still just lagging too much. And whether there's lots of lags when I log in or not, after a few hours or an hour, sometimes just after half an hour, I have to close the game and log back in because there's too many lags. It's like a Friday or a Saturday, you know. On va s'entendre, a Monday afternoon, least lags, you know. So it's when there are a lot of players online, it lags a lot more. And it's so frustrating because even when the system is optimized, even with the ports all open, there are still lags. And lags are that thing that, you know, will get me to rage close the game, you know, will get me bitching at the game, will get me... I'm less patient about lags than I am with my stepkids when they're all like, no, I didn't, yes you did, when they're like that, you know, I'm less patient with lags. I'm less patient with lags than I am about road ragers. Okay, I don't drive, but Frank does, my mom does, and oftentimes it happens we get honked by some impatient person who wants us to turn right. And okay, I don't know if in the States you guys have this, but in Quebec, there's the option of turning right on a red light, but it's optional. And you don't have to. And sometimes you can't. And if you choose not to, if the car behind you honks or like aggressively honks and stuff, they can actually get a ticket. So it happens that people are like, and we're like, I get really impatient about that. I'm like, and I'm more impatient about lags. Like, more impatient about lags. And it's funny because when I'm playing, it seems as though pressing down W harder is going to make my character go faster or move forward, advance more. Like that's really going to help. And I'm just there and I'm like, and I'm pressing and I'm pressing. I'm like that's really going to do anything. Pressing W down harder is not going to do anything except potentially, if you press hard enough, break the key. So, you know, you're going to enfonce it. What's the English word? Anyway, so yeah. So that's lags. And I do what I can to reduce lags, but they're still there. They still appear like the tentacles, you know. So, yeah. So, what do you guys do to deal with lags? And what games do you play that have a lot of lags? You can rant in the comments below. Go ahead. This is a rant video about lags. Like this video if you like it. If you like this rant. And subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. You can follow me on Twitter at BinkyProd. And go ahead, rant in the comments below. And I'll see you all soon with other stuff. Other videos and thoughts. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out some of my other stuff. And remember to buy video games at a discounted price and support me at no additional cost to you. Just follow my G2A affiliate link. To learn more how that can help you as well, you can watch my full explanation video on that. Thanks for tuning in.